Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome back to Dark Souls. So, you know how in the very first episode my frame rate was weird? I think, for whatever reason, the first time I load up Dark Souls, every day, like, whenever I load it up for the first time, it locks at 15 frames per second for no reason. No, you're not. I was kind of hoping I could kick him off while he was Estusing, but that did not work out in my favor. I do not like this guy. And unfortunately, it takes a little bit to bait him out, if ever. Because unfortunately, I can't switch to, like, lefty or something like that. So, sometimes I'm able to wiggle him off to the right. Because as it stands, you know, I've got a right-handed sword. He's going to just kind of, sit here. Nope. Oh, this is a problem. Oh, there we go. Yes. Because the problem is, if I hit... Yep, rat. If I hit him and the wall, A, I lose durability, which, you know, not so fun, but not the end of the world, especially with the sword I don't care about. But more so, I can't hit him at all if I hit the wall too much. And let's just be honest here. I like hitting enemies. For whatever reason, whenever I run as a thief, I have, like, the most trouble fighting these guys. He's just, like, 3 rats. I don't have as much trouble fighting the guy with the spear, because usually I have a rapier at this point. And as it stands, I don't have a rapier on this guy. I have the broadsword that you start with, which is kind of crap. Okay. Maybe it's like the first time I come into an area the frame rate goes down. I don't know. It's kind of this weird, questionable frame rate issue across the board. Not entirely sure. Anyway, it's mostly stabilized. And if not, then we'll do another jump cut to the point where we figure it out. But so we've got the goddamn boar over here. And the boar is always one of those, like, scary things for me. Never quite figured out how to fight him properly, you know, back in the day. And even now, it's kind of one of those, like, super questionable things that I have to go through every single time. Because boar likes to murder my face. I always get, like, super hasty and forget about that little guy that's coming in on the right. And unfortunately, I have the height disadvantage here. Because these guys can kind of hit me as much as they want. Ish. I guess if I back up a bit, I can get a little bit better of a hit in. And I'm taking some stupid hits in here in favor of... There we go. Okay. In favor of taking them out. But luckily, I think we're going to be making it to the... we'll be making it to the bonfire before we fight the boss. I'm not too terribly concerned about stuff. Now we have to deal with 2 archers and spearman guy. And unfortunately, this guy always kind of like backs himself into that wall, making it kind of difficult to do what I want to do. Because I have to kick him, but my character... my kicking ability is less than stellar. Especially because, you know, I immediately get hit by nothing but crossbow bolts. Okay. Can I line of sight these guys at all? The answer is maybe. Yes. Okay, good time for an Estus. Frodo used 3 charges on my Estus, and we're not even to the boar. This is not working out well for me. And do not want to have, like, jerky frame rate and camera issues toss me off straight into the bulls, because that would be embarrassing. Okay, so we got a couple of options here. A, I could just start shooting the boar. I've got a bunch of crossbow bolts, so that might actually work out in my favor. But at the same time, it's kind of risky business that I don't want to deal with. Yeah. I wish the enemies took fall damage. Because you'd think you crush that guy on the ground and he just, like, get smushed or something like that. Because he's like a wrinkly little raisin dude. You'd think he'd have some issues staying together after all of that. Not the case. Okay, so we've got... Seeing as he's stuck, I'm going to take this opportunity to almost get hit by the boar. Holy crap. That scared me to no end. Yep. Okay. And then he dies. And now we tango with boar. And this part is always kind of weird for me. Whoop. Okay. Now, I think I can stab him in the butt. Or just hit him. That didn't work. I know there's a way to stab him in the rear, but it's hard to do. Because usually I end up just kind of, like, binking his butt. And that's not an ideal solution. Back up, back up, back up, back up. Because he can, even though it looks like he can get down the tunnel, there's like a weird invisible wall that he can't get past. Which is great, and also terrifying. I'm gonna unequip this. I think I've got, yep. I went out of my way between episodes to pick up a butt ton of fire bombs. Unfortunately, I don't think they actually do much to him. Which is gonna be kind of a shame. Let's see. Firebomb to the face. Actually does more damage than I usually do, so let's just burn through them. Yeah, no, I bought the fire bombs when I was doing that, like, weird grinding session before fighting the Tauros demon, because I knew I'd need them for situations like this. They're damn expensive. I think it was like 5,000, I think? Yeah, it was about 5,000 souls, which is more than I generally can afford, but in favor of, not getting my ass handed to me by a giant-ass boar, I'm okay with it. Of course, it is kind of the lazy man's way of fighting, but I am one lazy man. Let's see, do I get the helm? I'd love to get the boar helm, but I didn't. Oh well. Let's keep going. And let's put our shield back on because... ambush. I'm always super impatient and just like blitz through here and manage to get my face handed to me. And it's like, come on, Wander, just a little bit of patience will do you, you know, loads and loads of good. Nope, no patience here. Nothing but like, just attacking and inanity. And that's fine by me. But at the same time, ugh. God, they freak me out. Really, like, half of the enemies in this game are freaky and weird to me, and they make me uncomfortable. Because it's like, these raisin people... I'm always a fan of, like, NPCs in games kind of having weird backstories and stuff. And so it's like, you got Havel, who has a backstory. Really, half of the things you fight in this game have backstories. But I guess this is true with just undead in every single game. There's always the, like, wimpy zombie undead that must have been a person at some time or another, but, you know, is no longer. But there's no, like, nod to what the person was. Or it's very rare that you'll have a game that actually says, like has a zombie in an area, and if you, like, look around, you can actually find a book that kind of has the person's backstory. Or, you know, just a little bit of info into their day-to-day lives. It's like not at all necessary to have anything like that, but it'd still be really cool to just, you know, be able to see, you know, what was there before whatever happened. So in this case, there's a lot of death and destruction. There's not a whole lot of, like, clues to what exactly happened, yada yada yada. And, like, yeah, if you read all the flavor text, it's pretty easy to find out. Ish. But at the same time, not as easy as I thought it would be. I was kind of planning to do a well-informed, like, lore play, where I talk about the lore of Dark Souls as I go through. And, like, there are other YouTubers that have done it better. And so if, like, I know a specific piece of lore, I'll go into it. But for the most part, there are people that have done it far better than me. And holy crap, that's the first time I've ever fought a Boulder Knight without actually taking damage. I am proud of myself. Let's equip the Knight Shield, because slightly better. But I'm trying to remember the specific YouTuber. But they do, like, 8 to 10 minute segments on each character explaining, like, the lore, what they had to do with all the characters. And then there are a couple of YouTubers that have, like, done animated segments kind of parodying / explaining everything, and it's just like, well, I feel inadequate. I don't have time for anything like this. Why am I just hitting a shield over? Oh, that was bad. I'm still not very good on the whole kicking business, but that's okay. Came out all right in the end. So this is a bit of a concern, because... how am I going to do this? I'm going to do it this way. Nope, that didn't work. Well, let's see if that worked anyway. Yep, it did. Hello, Boulder Knight. Have a firebomb. Wow, that was really effective. I'm very glad I picked these up. Hiya! Haha! Wow. I was not expecting that would be so easy. Usually that guy stabs me in the ass, and I die, because my ass is unprotected. And, you know, it lets out my vital... Ugh. I was gonna say ass juices, but let's be serious here. I don't think anybody wants to even hear that word in casual commentary, much less like Dark Souls. Because this game's already gross enough as it is. Death, death, death. We were just kind of cycling around each other. He was stabbing one way, I was swinging another, and neither of us were connecting properly. Whoops. Okay, so we're almost there. Yeah, I'm gonna go out of my way to get this just so we have a shortcut and we don't have to go past all those enemies. Because it's far easier if I go through this way. I'm not gonna go through the cathedral, because that would mean, pain and death and suffering. Mostly, all of them. Albert. And the question is, yep, hello, Boulder Knight. I knew this guy would come out eventually. I was kind of hoping I could skirt around the edge and not get him to come out. Actually, it would be kind of convenient to get him to do so without... Oh, I forgot about this guy. He always blends into the cobblestones, and I forget about him. And he stabs me when I'm trying to interact with the gear mechanism. I really hope there's a Boulder Knight... there's no Boulder Knights behind me, though. Because that would be embarrassing. And painful. Mostly painful. But also, you know, I like to pretend that I have some modicum of, like, skill at this game, even though my, kind of embarrassing, toss off the Taurus Demon ledge shows that my skill is, half-baked at best. But that's okay. It's Dark Souls. I don't know. I'd assume it's probably even, more interesting if I die more than once. Then again, I've got a friend YouTuber, whatever, Afrojow. I don't know if you've seen the series, but I know he had at least gotten all the way up to Anor Londo without dying, which to me is like some kind of crazy wizardry accomplishment that I didn't even think was possible. I guess it is, but just, ugh. I can't imagine how tense that must be against everything. But I guess it's also one of those where if you've played enough Dark Souls, I'm bleeding, I think. Maybe? There's a lot of blood just kind of like gouting out of me. It's like the most awkward blood animation I've ever seen. That's okay. But, like, yeah, it got all the way up till Anor Londo without dying. Maybe he got farther. I haven't kept up with it because after a certain point I was like, I don't want spoilers on Dark Souls, I want to experience these for the first time. But, you know, holy crap, not dying in Dark Souls. Is that possible? I guess it is. I guess people are more than, you know, practiced and trained enough for it. So if you want to see a run without any deaths, and a fair amount of, you know, awesomely unique voice, yeah, go watch his stuff. What? This is going to be my life as a YouTuber. Plugging other people's series while I'm doing my own. Advertising for someone else when I should be just enriching my own. Whoops. Anyway. Parish Bonfire. Let's rest at it. And... Option A, level up. How much is it going to cost? It's going to be expensive. I'd like to grind a little before I fight the gargoyles, maybe, because, I don't know, the broadsword is kind of crap in my opinion, and I'd like to use the Zweehander, which I picked up in the graveyard.
Well, you must be a new arrival. I'm Andre of Astora. If you require smithing, then speak to me.
But, you know what, can you see, maybe this guy will have something better. He's got a smith box, armor box, which will be useful later. I could pick up the bastard sword. Got enough stats for that. Battle axe wouldn't be half bad. Yeah, I'm gonna pick it up. It should
get yourself killed. Neither.
It should be good enough for. Let's see. That's a pretty hefty swing, but it should be good enough for taking out the gargoyles. And you know, it's kind of the dinky version of the Black Knight sword, come to think of it. But that isn't that big of a deal. Let's head up, and I'm not going to cut the episode here because we've got a couple more things to deal with before we go off to fight the gargoyles, and I'd like to get them on camera. Chances are I'm going to die. I'll be straight up and honest with you guys, because the Tower Knight, kind of a pain in the ass, Summoner, even more so. And if I don't win against them, well, is life. And if I do win against them, then yeah. But you know, my faith in myself is kind of one of those. It's like, maybe I'm a little self-deprecated, maybe I'm a little, like, unconfident, whatever. But it's definitely one of those where, in a game like Dark Souls or, like, Tower of Guns, my survival is, not a surety. This guy is very attack-happy. I probably should be more patient here. Nope, no Estus. There's no healing in this house. This is a no-heal zone. I don't appreciate healing, and don't permit it. See if I can get around and backstab him with it. Yeah! Since I'm not playing a thief, my backstabbing... my backstabbing habits have kind of gone downhill in favor of just kind of doing whatever. And it's probably for the best that I actually, you know, get with the backstabbing. But I am lazy. I really hope I didn't trigger the Baldur Knights and the Tower Knight. That would be embarrassing and terrible. Okay, I think I'll be able to firebomb him, but not right now, because that would be hurtful. There we go. A little bit of fire for him. Not a lot of damage, though. Definitely going to be a concern there. Uh-oh. Yep. Wander strategy. Just throw fire bombs at it until it dies. If it's an extra scary enemy, the fire will kill it faster. Oh, apparently I have enough poise to actually go toe-to-toe with this guy. Ish. This is not so good. I guess I was not paying attention to my endurance at all. But this is fine. I'll figure it out. I will not die. Not against this guy. He's already low enough health as it is. And back up. Ugh. That is a ridiculous looking move. Okay. Just broken my endurance. Get the hell out of here. He's almost dead. Yep, there we go. I really wish you could get the Tower Knight armor in this game. And maybe you can. I've never actually checked to look for it. But that is definitely one of the cooler armor sets in the game. And I have yet to see where you get it. I know where to get the, like, Black Knight armor. Not the Tower armor. Okay. So instead of being stupid here, even though my intelligence... I'm not going to say my intelligence is in question so much as just there's amount of question as far as like how Wanderbot deals with things. There we go. In this case, I think I'm going to go around this way and going through the front for dealing with things. A, because I think I can kill this guy no problem. Should probably firebomb him. There we go. I still got hit though. Not the most ideal of solutions, but whatever. Okay, so with any luck, the guy down below won't come after us, because I think this is going to be the, or maybe he doesn't come back at all. But we've got Baldur Knight A that I can firebomb, and wait for him to come for me. Yep, there we go. Still took some damage. I need to work on my tells. I was like, oh, he'll only attack once. Nope, he attacked multiple times. And unfortunately, I think we have to fight Tweedledee and Tweedledum here. So I'm going to... Whoop. No? Okay. Well, hopefully I'm safe right here, just for a second, as I equip the crossbow and some wooden bolts. There we go. I think I can... Nope. You can't aim with the crossbow... Come on! You can't aim with the crossbow in the way that you aim with a bow. You kind of have to, like, wiggle your camera in a very odd fashion, which kind of pisses me off, because you'd think... I mean, it's got sights, practically. You should be able to aim down it. There we go. Now he's coming for me. That's going to make this a hell of a lot easier than running in there, because there are 3 Baldur Knights, and I don't want to deal with any of them. I mean... I'm dealing with this guy, actually, fairly effectively. I've dealt with all the Baldur Knights fairly effectively. Oh, and I parried him. Didn't know I could do that. Then again, kind of risky business, kind of the thing I don't generally want to do. Hello. You represent pain to my person, and I don't appreciate pain. Actually, that's kind of one of those interesting things in life. I know people that have, like, this kind of weird fascination with pain. And, you know, feeling pain, dishing it out, so on and so forth. I'm one of those people that has the weird fascination with never, getting hurt, ever. And it really bothers me when I run across somebody who's, like, super gung-ho about, like, fist fights and, I don't know, just kind of, like, weird masochistic stuff. Let's get out of here before we get hit by spells. Now we've got... we can take the shortcut down to the Firelink Shrine, but that would be silly. Firebomb. And you coming back? You coming back? There you are. Firebomb. I'm too low on the stairs for him, so he just had no chance there. Okay, so we still have a butt ton of firebombs. I'm more or less just throwing money at the problem and waiting for it to go away. But to me, throwing money at this problem is far better of a solution than dying. And we've got a whole horde of these dudes. Did I almost kill the caster with a firebomb? Yes, I did. Wow, that's the easiest I've ever dealt with anything. So clearly my my firebomb run is hideously effective. Holy crap! I don't think I've ever been able to get through this section without taking damage. And I mean, go figure. I'm just throwing firebombs at the problem. At the same time, weird. Anyway, I've cleared the entire place out except for this boulder knight. Come to think of it, I wonder if I should equip a spear instead. Come to think of it. This is not working out in my favor. This is not working out at all. Do not want to die here. Would very much like to not die. There we go. And still ouch pain. Okay, I was kind of hoping I could tango with this guy without taking damage or using any more firebombs, because at this point, my strategy is pretty much entirely firebombs. But at the same time, oh well. Did he take falling damage there? I don't know. Hard to say. It's Estes anyway. Nope, he is still there. Well, might have been excessive. Might not have. I don't know. Hard to say. Not like I care that much. It was kind of worth it just to butt stomp him. Yeah. Okay, let's grab the Firekeeper Soul. And let's go talk to a weird dude. So, I'm having serious doubts about the Zweihander as a weapon. It's not exactly what I would call my favorite. Not the Zweihander, the Bastard Sword. I was expecting it would be kind of a bigger equivalent of the Bastard Sword and would just do more damage. But no, it's just a smaller equivalent of the Black Knight Sword slash really any other, like, big sword class. Which is kind of a shame, because it's very slow. And I guess for me, especially, like, from a weapon perspective, I like weapons that are, like, halfway fast, but mostly strong. As opposed to, like, really fast and weak, or really slow and exceedingly overpowered. That's why I didn't even bother going for the Great Demon Hammer. Anyway, let's talk to this dude.
Oh, still human, are you? Then I am in luck. Could you help me? As you can see, I am stuck without recourse. Thank you. Yes, sincerely. I am Knight Lautrec of Karim. I truly appreciate this. And I guarantee a reward. Only later. Yes, very sorry. Your reward will have to wait. I've just been freed. Allow me some time.
Somebody put a message right next to him. I can't keep talking to him. It's a pain in the butt. There we go.
I am free. Now, I can get back to work.
Yep. He's insane and creepy. And first time I ever fought him, I was like, not fought him. First time I ever saw him, he started laughing, and I was just like, I wonder what happens if I killed him. And I found out later that you're supposed to kill him later, and it's like, oh, okay. And sorry if that was a spoiler, it's just mostly one of those, it's like, he's a creepy dude. Creepy dudes in this game usually end up being evil, and, you know, bound for death. So in this case, he's clearly evil, and bound for death. Anyway, so we've got a little bit left. I think it's just like one more thing of treasure, and then I'm gonna head back, turn ourselves human, summon Solaire, and we'll go fight the gargoyles. And if you're one of those viewers, and like a connoisseur of Dark Souls that believes, you know, don't even summon the NPCs, I'm not nearly good enough at this game to get through without summoning an NPC. So don't even expect that kind of gameplay from me. This game is too hard and I'm too unskilled for that to be even, you know, completely viable. And honestly, if you're one of those people and you've been watching me, why the heck are you watching me? Because I'm no expert. But, you know what? If you like to watch people fail, here I am. Maybe not as much failure as some other people, but at least I can be cavalier about it. Yeah! Alright, so, see you guys on the next episode. We'll take out the gargoyle. Gargoyles. Yeah.